So some kid had his little BB gun, and he said he'd have some fun with these windscreens. I've let time get away from me again. It's not entirely my fault. My brother-in-law needed a new workbench, and I decided to go up and help him with it. It was a nice visit up near Fort Worth. And yeah, built him a nice workbench, and plus he wanted to work on a big zero-turn mower, big one. And he's built himself kind of a crane thing, and he basically needed the bench and some other stuff in order to sharpen the blades on it. Well, did pretty well. He put up a winch on his ceiling, and he winches at the front of the mower up. He can take the blades out. Along with the workbench, I made a kind of a prop so that he could have that thing tilted on its back wheels. And I could put a prop under it so it wouldn't fall on him. There's no way it could fall on him. So yeah, we got that done, but it took a few days. Then on the other front is I've been doing a few things here on the fire truck. I actually found some windscreens and had them used windscreens from a 1970 or a 72, I forget. Same Series 900, they came out of Idaho. The steering had a bit of a setback there. It's the link. I can't mount the steering column until I get this link fixed. I'd found a machine shop and I'd shortened it up. I'd shortened it up before, but it wasn't going to work very well. I was going to use an offcut and have them remachine it so that it had more contact area in this fluted area where it fit inside of a kind of a socket. Yeah, I got that done, but yeah, step backward. I'll show you over here. I took these to a machine shop, and he took them apart. This was able to be the nut taken off, and he cut that off, or actually he machined this so that what was on the end of this was just a long rod. He drilled it out. This is actually the bottom of this piece. He drilled it out, pressed it in, and welded it, which I think is going to work okay. That's going to make the link that I need, finish it up. But the bad part, look what happened to the finish. I didn't clamp it into the lathe very well. So I don't know what this coating is. It's very thick. It's very flexible. Some sort of epoxy, I don't know. I have to, somehow fix this coating. Somebody recommended POR 15, POR 15, which I think is some kind of protective paint. But it really has to be built up to be as thick as this is. And plus, I can't get it, globby, because then it won't fit inside of this. So that's going to be the challenge. Failing that, the motorhome sites, there are these used ones are available, and I can basically start from scratch and start over. But let's see how far I can get with this. On the good side, the machine shop, they were feeling pretty bad about this, and they didn't charge me. All this work, the welding, the milling, and everything they've done, basically just free of charge. Okay, I'm no money out. I guess really I didn't take any steps forward, but I didn't take any steps backward. I just kind of stepped sideways. I do have to somehow do something with this coating. We'll work it out. So some kid had his little BB gun, and he said he'd have some fun with these windscreens. There's a crack in that one. I guess these could be patched, or at least usable. But yeah, I really wanted to replace them. Now, who knew when I bought this cab 3.5 years ago that these windscreens would be such a bugger? I didn't really care about them, the condition. They were there, they could be used. But I found some online through Marketplace. There was a guy in, I think, New Mexico who had them out of a fire truck, and he'd just been sitting on them forever. And he said, hey, I have a couple of those. I'll give them to you. He gave them to me. I had to pay for shipping. Unfortunately, he didn't pack them very well. and the corner. This corner on both of them got smashed in shipment. And I couldn't get any insurance out of it because he'd done the packing, and UPS, had they done the packing, they would have covered that. Well, yeah, $300 down the tubes. But then, out of Idaho, a couple of weeks ago, a fellow advertising a cab. And it's a Series 900 cab from 1970 or 72, I'm not sure. And a little back and forth, make sure that it's the same windscreen. We did some measurements. They were the same. We worked out a deal. He took them to UPS. UPS packed them and shipped them here, another $300 for shipping. Really not impressed with the condition of the boxes. They were torn on the bottom, it was open on the top, or maybe I had top and bottom mixed up, whatever. The condition of the box wasn't that great. I really was feeling bad about, what I was going to find inside. Well, when I looked inside, they had packed that thing with so much bubble wrap, it took about an hour to peel it off. And then with all the packing peanuts, which I'm sure most of them leaked out through that big hole in the floor, hole in the bottom of that box. But they were in good shape. Here they are. So there's my progress report. This will be just a little short video. I've got some things to work on to get the steering column put in. Windscreens, I'll need to order rubbers. The wheels should be in about 2 weeks, which I'm really, really excited to look at those. And yeah, get the tires fitted onto those. Actually get the fire truck on all 6 tires. Looking forward to that. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time.